Hey everybody, this is D Hunter for another action figure collection video. Today, we're going to look at every single McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variant, and we'll check them out in release order. In front of you is every single Platinum Chase variant released in 2024. They've really kicked up the Platinum output big time this year. In this video, we're going to take a look at each of the Platinum variants. We'll take a look at what they've released over the years, how they sort of changed their Platinum strategy. In front of you, like I said, is everything from 2024, and it is overwhelmingly large quantity. And then here are all the Platinum Chase variants from 2020 through 2023. They released as many as they did in the first 3 years, last year alone. I decided to take this opportunity to do this video because I'm fully caught up on Platinum Chase variants. It's not too often I can say that. I get really close, but there's always something else out there that I'm hunting for. Right now, I have every single McFarlane DC Multiverse figure they've released. Every single variant, every single Platinum Chase variant. This video could work as a checklist, or just some boring entertainment. So let's go ahead and kick this off by starting off with the first wave of Platinum Chase variants, the bronze Arkham Asylum figures. So here's the very first assortment of Platinum Chase variants. This is both a bronze Batman and bronze Joker from the video game Arkham Asylum. Thought they were pretty cool, sort of statuesque. This is what kickstarted the whole Platinum Chase variant in the Multiverse line. The second releases were a couple gold figures. We have the Arkham Knight Batman and the Arkham Origins Deathstroke. Now these are some really rare Platinum Chase variants. I never saw these in stores. Hell, I barely saw the regular releases in stores. I was lucky to find these from an overseas seller online. And after that, they released a couple of Injustice 2 variants. We have Gorilla Grodd with silver armor, and Dr. Fate in a lighter blue color. I thought this is a really cool idea. They're going away from just the bronze and the gold stuff, and make some paint variants that kind of make sense. In the Injustice game, you can customize your skins, and I bet these are viable options. And I was able to track down 3 of these Platinum Gorilla Grodd figures. I thought the gold one would work for Gorilla Grodd, and then I can use these 3 silver ones as soldiers in his Gorilla army. Then they released Batfleck from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is the variant with the goggles up. This is the first Platinum Chase variant with any sculpting differences. Although it's minor, it's a different sculpted head, at least with the goggles. Personally, I thought this is a better Platinum Chase variant. I wanted the one with the goggles down more. And after that, McFarlane went a completely different direction with the Platinum Chase variants. Personally, I would describe this as a failed experiment. They went with these unpainted, artist-proof gray figures. And, I mean, I can sort of see the appeal of these things, but I can more so see the unappeal of these things. Say you ordered a green Swamp Thing from Amazon and you get this unpainted version. If you're not a collector like myself, a completist, you're probably going to be like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this. This is not what was advertised. Like the Flash, you could have a nice red version for the TV show, or this unpainted version. And that really goes with most of these figures. Now I can appreciate the sort of artistic, whatever aspect of this. You could appreciate the sculpt maybe a little bit more. And if you're into customizing, I guess you could paint them yourself. Or you could just buy the regular release. I was not a big fan of these. Swamp Thing is my favorite of them. And I was really happy when they course corrected and stopped doing these unpainted figures. I think the main reason they changed was fan complaints. A lot of people would order these figures from GameStop or Amazon and then just return them immediately. Then McFarlane course corrected. These were the first Platinum Chase variants after they stopped making the unpainted artist-proof figures. We have a darker version of the Jay Garrick Flash, similar to the CW TV show. A lighter version of Mr. Freeze, similar to the Superpowers version, and then a gray version of Catwoman, which could be an homage to Batman the Animated Series or Year One. That Catwoman is pretty hard to get platinum. She's worth quite a bit of money. Next, they released a darker variant of the Supergirl. This is similar to the CW TV show. This is the first Platinum Chase variant gold label figure. And then they released a platinum of the Riddler, similar to the Super Friends TV show. Then they released a Platinum Chase variant of Jim Gordon's Batman, which is not really accurate to anything, but looks cool. And a Platinum Chase variant of the Injustice Brainiac. In Injustice, the different characters, you could change your skins, and these were some options for Brainiac. Then they released a Platinum Chase variant of Steel. This sort of, almost like a colorless version, could fit in with your unpainted artist proof figures. And a Platinum Chase variant of the Page Puncher fighting the frozen Batgirl. This is their first Platinum Chase variant in the Page Puncher subline, and she is also a very rare and sought after Platinum. And after that, they introduced the Collector's Edition. Every single figure in the Collector's Edition subline has a Platinum Chase variant. This was Wave 1, Abyss, First Appearance Superman, and Alan Scott Green Lantern. Abyss was sort of based off, I think, a cover variant that had a red sort of tint to it. Superman is based off how he looked inside the book versus outside the book, and Alan Scott has sort of green energy on his side. He can glow in the dark. Next was the second wave of Collector's Edition figures. Firestorm, Hawkman, and Sinestro. The Platinum Firestorm is, I believe, a more modern version based off the New 52. Hawkman is the sort of classic traditional version. And Sinestro, I believe this was right as he was becoming Yellow Lantern for the first time, still in his Green Lantern suit, but in the middle of changing. Then, with the third wave of Collector's Edition figures, we have a Kryptonite Poison Superman, a classic version of Captain Carrot, Batman as Green Lantern, covered in lantern energy, and then Wonder Woman, and this is more of a classic version. The regular release is a more modern version. And after that, McFarlane tried something different with the Platinum Chase variants. They made Platinum figures that don't have regular releases. This is a Platinum Chase variant of the Hong Kong Skydive Batman, and it's totally different. This one has a masthead, cloth softgoods cape, and different accessories. And then we have Catwoman, which didn't even have a regular release, although there was Catwoman that came with the Batpod. So this was the beginning of the Platinum figures without regular releases. And I really like these two figures. I don't really understand why they made them Platinums. These things would have sold out everywhere if anyone could get them. Next, they released some Platinum Chase variants in the JLA wave. Collector Build Plastic Man. We have John Stewart, Mosaic version, the Electric Superman. This is the red version, the regular one is blue. And then Aquaman, which I believe is based off an old Justice League Task Force figure. Then, this Batman wave had a couple Platinum Chase variants. We have Azrael, the Batman armor, the blue variant, and this should have been the regular release. The Platinum should have been the red one. And then we have the Detective Comics 27, First Appearance Batman. I believe this Platinum Chase variant was based off some of the interior art. And after that, they released a couple of Platinum Chase variants in the Page Puncher Ghosts of Krypton wave. We have Val Zod with armor on, and then Brainiac in dark black colors. Green skin, almost looks like a Jokerized Brainiac. Next was the fourth wave of Collector's Edition figures. We have the Platinum of Starfire, which was her evil sister Blackfire. The Platinum of Captain Boomerang, which was Captain Boomerang as a White Lantern. And then the Platinum of Penguin, which was a Superpowers repaint version. Then we have a couple of Platinum Chase variants from the Crisis on Infinite Earths wave. Collector Build Monitor. This is a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, at least in the US, and I found the concept of having McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Platinum Chase variants offensive. We have the Platinum of Spectre, which is Hal Jordan's Spectre, and the Platinum of Psycho Pirate, which was sort of the Omega version where Darkseid's controlling him. This Hal Jordan Spectre is the #1 most valuable McFarlane DC Multiverse figure out there. An unopened one sells for almost $400 on the secondary market. And after that, there's another wave of Platinum figures that don't have regular releases. We have Manhunter, the New 52 Reverse Flash, and Sportsmaster. They're all pretty cool figures. I kind of wish the Platinum figures that don't have regular releases was not a thing. But luckily, I've been able to find them all with fair ease. Next, we have the fifth wave of Collector's Edition Platinums. A black and white version of the manga Batman, because some of the original manga Batman comics were in black and white. A version of Sergeant Rock that's repainted like a toy soldier. And then the Connor Kent Superboy. He's a clone of Lex Luthor. This is more sort of a Lutherized version. Then they released the Cyborg Superman. This is a Platinum Chase variant. I believe this one is based off the Rebirth comics, whereas the other one is based off the New 52. And after that, we have the Platinum Chase variants of the 6th wave of Collector's Edition figures. The Platinum of Ragman is a more modern version from the Shadow Pack comic. The Platinum of Red Hood has a suit with a purple tint, which I believe is accurate to the original cover. Clock King is a completely different character. This one is Dr. Time, a Doom Patrol villain, and has a different head sculpt. And then we have Agent Liberty. I believe his white outfit is the main outfit he wears, so I think this should have been the regular release, and the black one should have been the Platinum Chase. Next, we have a bunch of different Batman characters with Platinum Chase variants or just Platinum releases. Bullseye Batman from old school Detective comic, the blue version of the Dick Grayson Batman, the sort of semi-transparent version of the Fusion Batman Superman, black and white version of Adam West because a lot of people had black and white TVs when the show was on, the blue and gray version of Batfleck from the Flash movie, which is the accurate color scheme based off the movie, and then a black Tux Lucius Fox from the Party and Batman Begins. The ones that are Platinum Chase variants of regular figures are Dick Grayson Batman, Fusion Batman, and Adam West, and then Bullseye, Batfleck, and Lucius Fox are all sort of just regular Platinum releases. Then another wave of Platinum figures without regular releases. Effigy, The Question, and Shining Knight. The Question is definitely the most sought after of these three. And after that was another wave of page punchers. We have a Platinum version of the Rebirth Deathstroke, and a Platinum version of the Damian Wayne Robin. Damian Wayne originally wore a white and black outfit when he was first given to Bruce Wayne, and when he stole the Robin costume, he put on top of that white and black outfit and looked close to this. Next, the Platinums from the 7th wave of Collector's Edition figures. The Platinum of Huntress is from the 90s. Platinum of Batman, just sort of a dark version. And he came with a light post, I believe it's him, with sort of a light post shining on him and a shadow on some of the figure. And then we have 2 Green Lantern Corps members, Arcus Chummock and the Green Man. Very, very cool wave of Platinum figures. Then, they released a Platinum Chase variant of Jonah Hex. The regular Jonah Hex was a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, but they made this Platinum really easy to get at both McFarlane or Walmart. And after Jonah Hex, the 3rd wave of digital figures received Platinums. We have a Platinum of the Speed Force Flash, which is pretty much the Flashpoint Flash re-release with semi-transparent legs. And then we have a Black Tux Joker. These were the first Platinums in the digital subline, and I expect them to continue releasing Platinums in there. Next, we have a couple Platinums from the Batman vs Superman wave. There's a Platinum Chase variant of the Armored Batman. This guy has green on his left side. It's from the Kryptonite Spear glowing on him. And then we have a False God Superman statue action figure. I think it's a really cool idea for a Platinum Chase variant. The Batman is a Platinum Chase of the regular Armored Batman, and Superman, there isn't a regular release like this. Well, there is, but it's in a 2-pack, so kind of odd. Then we have the 8th wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures. Simon Baw's Green Lantern, Geoforce, Grid, Christopher Reeve Superman, Mr. Terrific, and Lightning Lad. Simon Baw's is based off the evil version for the Crime Syndicate. Geoforce is a suit he wore a little bit later in his career. Grid is also from the Crime Syndicate. Christopher Reeve is the evil version from Superman 3. Mr. Terrific is the more traditional version with the black face. And then Lightning Lad is also the more traditional version from the old school Legion of Superheroes. Afterwards, they made Platinum Chase variants of the Justice League Task Force wave, Collectible Darkseid. This was the first wave, or first time they've ever done a collectability Platinum figure. Typically, if they ever did Build-A-Figure Platinum, they just had the same Build-A-Figure pieces in them. This time, they made a Platinum for each figure in the wave, and if you bought all 4 of them, you could make this weird red Darkseid. Then, another Batman wave with a bunch of Platinum Chase variants. We have the Zur-En-Arrh Batman, which is a Platinum Chase of the Silver Age Batman, and this one has a different head sculpt. Then we have a sort of semi-cloaked version of the Terry McGinnis Batman from Neo-Gothic. And then they made a Platinum of the Batman vs Spawn Batman, who doesn't have a traditional single release, but is a Platinum Chase of a 2-pack from a long time ago. And then the blue and gray version of the Noel Batman. And finally, the most recent Platinum Chase variants. This is from the recent Page Puncher wave. We have the Platinum of Shazam, which is Captain Thunder, which is sort of DC's version of Shazam before they had the official rights to him. And then we have this animated comic Red Hood. Now, Red Hood is not part of the Multiverse line. He's part of the DC Direct animated line, a smaller scale. So I don't consider him part of the Multiverse line at all. But he came in the same wave as Shazam. So that was a look at every single McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variant from 2020 through 2024. They've really cranked it up last year, and it's getting to be a bit ridiculous. There's Platinum Chase variants, just regular Platinum figures, blah, blah, blah. All kind of different stuff out there to hunt and chase. And some of it is really hard to get and very frustrating at times. The next Platinum to come out is going to be the Series 9 Collector's Edition figures. Captain Cold, Power Girl, and Guy Gardner Great Lantern. Really curious to see what those Platinums look like. I'm fully caught up on the Platinum Chase variants, except I need one more Red Hood for my unopened collection. The animated one. Been a long journey. Finally there. It's really cool and satisfying to see every single Platinum in front of you and know I have a complete McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. Thank everyone who's helped me track some of these down. It's not an easy task, I assure you. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Could be used as a checklist if anyone is curious how many Platinums there are, etc., or which ones are out there. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure and action figure collection videos from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.